Church of Rome, Numenon. We must take and deal with things as they are, not as they pretend to be. If we are induced to believe the professions of Rome, and make advances toward her as if a sister or a mother church, which in theory she is, we shall find too late that we are in the arms of a pitiless and unnatural relative, who will but triumph in the arts which have inveigled us within her reach. No, dismissing the dreams which the romance of early church history and the high theory of Catholicism will raise in the guileless and inexperienced mind, let us be sure that she is our enemy, and will do us a mischief when she can. In saying and acting on this conviction, we need not depart from Christian charity toward her. We must deal with her as we would toward a friend who is visited by derangement, in great affliction, with all affectionate tender thoughts, with tearful regret and a broken heart, but still with a steady eye and a firm hand. For in truth she is a church beside herself, abounding in noble gifts and rightful titles, but unable to use them religiously, crafty, obstinate, willful, malicious, cruel, unnatural, as madmen are. Or rather, she may be said to resemble a demoniac, possessed with principles, thoughts, and tendencies not her own, in outward form and in outward powers what God made her, but ruled within by an inexorable spirit, who is sovereign in his management over her, and most subtle and most successful percent the use of her gifts. Thus she is her real self only in name, and, till God vouchsafe to restore her, we must treat her as if she were the evil one which governs her. Lectures on the Prophetical Office of the Church, John Henry Newman, B.D., pp. 100, 101, London, J. G. and F. Rivington, 1837. Note: this was written before the author joined the Roman Catholic Church, et Church of Rome, Roman Catholic teaching concerning salvation outside of 8. Who, then, will be saved? Christ has solemnly declared that only those will be saved, who have done God's will on earth as explained, not by private interpretation, but by the infallible teaching of the Roman Catholic Church. 10. Must, then, all who wish to be saved, die united to the Catholic Church? All those who wish to be saved, must die united to the Catholic Church, for out of her there is no salvation. 11. What did St. Augustine and the other bishops of Africa, at the Council of Circa, in 412, say about the salvation of those who die out of the Roman Catholic Church? Whosoever, they said, is separated from the Catholic Church, however commendable in his own opinion his life may be, he shall for the very reason that he is separated from the union of Christ not see life, but the wrath of God abideth on him. John 3, 36, 13. Who are out of the pale of the Roman Catholic Church? Out of the pale of the Roman Catholic Church are all unbaptized and all excommunicated persons, all apostates, unbelievers, and heretics. 28. What is a heretic? A heretic is any baptized person, professing Christianity, and choosing for himself what to believe and what not to believe as he pleases, in obstinate opposition to any particular truth which he knows is taught by the Catholic Church as a truth revealed by God. According to this definition, all intelligent Protestants are heretics, and this is asserted in question 30, et. 30. How many kinds of heretics, Protestants, are there? There are 3 kinds of heretics. 1. Those who are guilty of the sin of heresy. 2. Those who are not guilty of the sin of heresy, but commit other grievous sins. 3. Those who are not guilty of the sin of heresy and live up to the dictates of their conscience. 38. Can a Christian be saved, who has left the true Church of Christ, the Holy Catholic Church? No, because the Church of Christ is the kingdom of God on earth, and he who leaves that kingdom, shuts himself out from the kingdom of Christ in heaven. 39. Have Protestants left the true Church of Christ? Protestants left the true Church of Christ, in their founders, who left the Catholic Church, either through pride, or through the passion of lust and covetousness. 46. But is it not a very uncharitable doctrine to say that no one can be saved out of the Church? On the contrary, it is a very great act of charity to assert most emphatically, that out of the Catholic Church there is no salvation possible, for Jesus Christ and his apostles have taught this doctrine in very plain language. He who sincerely seeks the truth, is glad to hear it and embrace it, in order to be saved. Familiar explanation of Catholic doctrine, Reverend M. Miller, R. C., pp. 163-179, New York, Benziger Brothers. Church of Rome, Two Kinds of Teaching. The Church of Rome as an organization has never tolerated individualism among its members. It at once affirms and denies the individual conscience, inasmuch as that conscience must ever be sought in the dogmas and direction of the institution. Now, what are the teachings of the institution? There are two distinct sets and headings. First, those for the uninitiated, or the sheep. Second, those for the initiated, or the shepherds. In other words, there is exoteric and esoteric Catholicism. With the exoteric doctrines, it finds means to defend itself against attack, and retreats always behind the bulwarks of Christian ethics. It proclaims charity, sincerity, justice, altruism, professes from the pulpits the gospel of Jesus Christ, and thus deludes its adversaries, who fall back disheartened, and abandon a systematic attack. Members of the Roman Communion who are the cause of recurring scandals, are declared lamentable exceptions to the universal virtuous living of the priesthood. They are acknowledged as the stray sheep, whom the ever-loving Mother Church would fain recover. The curious searcher, however, who is desirous of reconciling the history of the Roman Church with its avowed doctrine, cannot be satisfied with such inconsistency, and it must, in time, become clear to him that only through the existence of an esoteric doctrine can such grave discrepancies be explained. The Double Doctrine of the Church of Rome. Baroness von Zedlitz, pp. 1820. New York, Fleming H. Rayvale Company.